So I'm going to give y'all my review from the car because I have been too busy to do it at home. And every time I do it at home, I get interrupted. So I'm going to do it to y'all on my way home from work. Oh, let me put my seatbelt on before y'all get me all the way together, girl. Because y'all stay with the, yada yada. So look, seatbelt, you heard that? Click, it's on. Alright, now I'm going to look at y'all every so often because I'm being a safe driver. So, my review on Freedom of the Seas. The port I left out of was San Juan, Puerto Rico. I am in the DC area, as you may know. So, it took about 3.5, almost 4 hours. I had an early, really early flight. Like, I had to be at the airport by like 5 a.m. Our flight left at like 6:30. Security lines was not the best. I don't like, and I left out of DCA. My preference is IAD, which is Washington Dulles, but I left out of DCA Reagan because there was no freaking direct flights from Dulles. But nonetheless, here we go. So we got there around 11:45-ish. Smooth flight, nonstop, JetBlue. We waited for my other friend who's coming from New York. 12, so let's say 12:30. Let's push it 12:30. Let me say this about the airport, and then I'm going to be done with that section. If you are hungry, do not leave when you get off the plane, that area. Don't leave that area. There's food places all up and down there. Eat before you get out of that little area where you can't get back in, because there is no food options that are worth your time, effort, and or coins. JetBlue has its own terminal in Puerto Rico. I didn't know that, so we had to go to a whole nother section of the airport, like a little tunnel outside, kind of like, to meet my girlfriend. But whatever, we made it, figured it out. They have little coffee shops and stuff like that, but so that's all I got for you. So we took a cab from the airport, all 6 of us, and it was $6 each. And I was like, I'm sorry. And that's their guaranteed rate. They can't charge any more, any less per person going to the port. So whatever, we did that. Got there, everything was fine. Do not take Uber to the port. So a friend of mine went before me. I think it was the same ship, and she kept saying how far this walk was from where the Uber dropped her off at to where the ship was. And I'm like, what? Like, how does that make sense? Because in my mind, you always go up to the porters and give your luggage over. She kept saying, no, don't do it. I'm telling you, it was a long walk. If you want to go back out to get food, it's a long walk. And I'm like, I can't understand that. So we took a regular cab, and they have cabs all up and through, like any airport does. Got there maybe 15 minutes from the airport to the port where the ships are. Port of Puerto Rico has San Juan, Puerto Rico. They collect their bags differently. Usually, the ports that I've been in, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Tampa, Orlando, you can just go up to the porters and take your bag and boom. Puerto Rico, they take your bag according to where you're at. So if you're at the midship, they have a middle ship section. So all the porters and the workers who are in midship are only responsible for the middle of the ship. If you're in the front, you have to walk to a different direction to go to, so they can take your bags for the front of the ship. I think it's a smart idea because that gets your bag to your destination faster versus you having people take your bag wherever and then they gotta look at the tag and they gotta go up and down, because you know how long a ship is. If it takes you 5 to 7 minutes, how long is it gonna take the people to go back and forth? Nonetheless, but they tell you where to go, so it's not like you have to try to read a sign and figure it out. We got on the boat, let's estimate 1:30. Let's estimate, because I don't really recall, because I was so exhausted from like getting up early, the anticipation the night before, pack, repack, uncheck, recheck. Anyway, so we got there, checked our luggage, and our room was ready. Sorry, let I'm sorry. I don't have notes because I'm driving. So I'm just gonna tell you how I can remember it. And you deal, or you don't deal, or you can click off and say, you know what, her video wasn't good. We got our bags checked, and we walked through. They offer you little drinks, which is like their Puerto Rican rum at no cost. You can buy it, and you go check into the little line, get your little picture taken, your key card, take the big picture in front of the, San Juan thing, go up the escalator, then you go up the little ramp to get on the boat. Get on the boat, you can decide to go to your room, you can go to the Lido deck, wherever you want to go to get food. We wanted to go to our room first because we just were tired. So we went to our room was ready, beds were made, everything was ready to go. It was pouring down rain. So our original plan was to get off the ship and go to get off the ship and go get something to eat, some real like Puerto Rican food. I love Puerto Rican food, but some of my friends never had it. So, whatever. We didn't do it because it was pouring. I mean, you couldn't even see how bad it was raining. The ship was beautiful. We got on, I want to say it was deck, I don't know. I don't know what deck. Maybe it was deck 5. I took the trip in October. I'm telling you this, in December. I'm 40. I got a bad memory. Move on. The ship was very nice. The main level was deck 5. And that had like a little bridge. It had all the restaurants. Well, not a restaurant. It had like a pizza shop, ice cream shop. It had the picture place. The casino was, I believe, on deck 4. The Lido was the usual, deck 10 or 11. We went to our room, and I want to say I got my luggage fast. Like, it might have been because we ate and then we went back to our room, and my luggage might have been coming. Like, it was maybe 2 hours tops, but I got my luggage, and I was excited about that because I wanted to unpack and just be done with it. And then the boat from Puerto Rico does not leave until 8 p.m. Note to self. So if you think about trying to fly in super early or super late, like, you do what you feel is best, but the boat don't leave till 8 p.m. no matter what time you get there. Which is, I understand, because when it goes from 8 p.m. Yes, 8 p.m. The islands are so close to Puerto Rico. That's why, I can see so many islands in 7 days. It was a 7-day cruise to St. Kitts, St. Martin, St. Lucia, Antigua, and Barbados. The 6th day we were cruising, and we came back on the 7th day. The original fare I paid was $980. I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's not bad, because, we had a balcony room. We had, our insurance was included in that. We had $100 cash back. I'm like, well, onboard credit. I'm like, oh, yes, this is a good deal. So in my mind, it's $800. Okay. I found out you can price match. I had been price matching from the time I booked my trip, which was May of 2017, till maybe 2 months before the cruise. So we ended up, after price matching a million times and playing with the onboard credit, we ended up getting still $100 onboard credit for me and my best friend. And hold on, let me think. We ended up paying about $580, I believe, what the final total was for the whole trip. Amazing. Like, you couldn't get no better than that. You could not get no better than that. The food was good. I had no complaints there. The breakfast was always fresh and hot. We did the main dining room. This is my first experience doing the main dining room ever. Like, ever. I've never done a main dining room for breakfast because I just never get up there early. But my group that went, we had an excursion almost every morning. So we had to be off the boat, by like 8:39. So, main dining room was fine. It was similar to what was in the Lido deck, but Lido deck for me sometimes is always super, super crowded, and it's just, I don't like it sometimes. So maybe 2 days out of the 7, maybe 3 days out of the 7 to the main dining room, we went to the Lido deck for the last few days, which was amazing to me because it was crowded, but it wasn't like stuffy, congested, I'm about to pass out because there's so many people in here, crowded. still good food, good service, no problems. We never ate lunch on the ship because we were off the ship every day, and we didn't get back till at least 4 or 5 o'clock. So I didn't get the drink package because my best friend doesn't drink like that, and they make you buy two drink packages if you're 2 adults in a room. So I just had onboard credit. I have been getting Royal Caribbean gift certificates for myself and adding it to my onboard credit. Okay, fine, that worked out. Then, but you can get, my friends who did get the drink package, they have mimosas for breakfast, for lunch, whatever. I just didn't think it was worth it, because if you're off the ship from 8 a.m. to 4, then you come back on the ship, you take a shower, change your clothes, and get your life together for 20 minutes, maybe 2 hours tops. You're tired, so you're gonna eat dinner, and 90% of the time we were in the bed by 10 o'clock, because it was just a long day. I didn't see a single solitary show. We were all day we were off the ship, so that's a good 8 hours every single day we were off the ship. And excursions were touring the island, the beaches, the sights, the tours, and it was just something every single day. And every island was beautiful except St. Lucia. St. Lucia had no power the day we went. Nobody told us, and everything is hilly, so you're touring around hills and hills and hills, and you just seem like the majority of your time is on a hill, because that's how long it takes to get somewhere. Nonetheless, we still had fun. The food was amazing at every island. Everything was reasonably priced. The drinks were good in every island. The best island, I think, was Antigua. Go use, hold on, is it Bernard Tours, and ask for Raymond. He was the best driver. He had rum punch in the back, and it was delicious. It was good. It was cold. He had water, and he was a really nice guy. Gave us the complete history. Whatever question we asked him, he was able to answer, and he just really did a good job. He wasn't slacking. He wasn't not happy with his job. It was great. We went to Barbados. That island was okay. The driver we had was okay. He was an older guy, but he didn't seem like he was too interested in what was happening. So, but again, we had ice cold vans, AC was on. St. Lucia, we did a tour. When you come out of the port, they have the little vendors at the little windows. We picked a vendor, $35. The van was not as cold as the other islands, but hey, it is what it is. But let me give you back on the ship. Dinner was good. We had great dining room service. Our food was always good, always fresh, always. It didn't take a long time to come. We wanted to find Johnny Rockets, so I'm I love Johnny Rockets. Let's go Johnny Rockets one day. I think it was the last day we were on the ship, because that's the only day that we were off the ship. We were on the ship all day. So we were where's Johnny Rockets? Let me tell you where you gotta go to get to Johnny Rockets. You gotta go through the cow's ass to get to his face. It's so, they don't get any business, I don't think, because you would never know it's there unless somebody told you, oh, it's there. Because it is literally through the arcade and to the right, and then, oh, there goes a little door, and there you find it. And I'm why would y'all put it here? Kids can't pay, because you have to pay for it. Kids can't do that, so why would you put... Nonetheless, we found it, we ate, it was alright. Was nothing to write home about yet again, but we did it. We didn't go to the arcade. I didn't go ice skating, even though I wanted to. What else did we do? We did the murder mystery dinner. Would I do it again? No. It was just okay. What else did we do that was different? We just saw different parts of the ship. Walked around, went to the Michael Kors store. Same pricing. What else? I think that's the majority of what the Freedom of the Seas offered. It was a really big ship, really nice. It wasn't outdated that I saw. I did the casino. I didn't win a damn thing, which is what I've been hearing. But hey, I gave it a shot every other night. Yeah, I got nothing. My room service guy was really nice. He had my towel animals every day. We had ice in our buckets, and it was a smooth trip. There was no problems at all, and I find something wrong with damn near everything because I'm very picky. But I had a good time, and I would do it again. And I would always recommend myself to leave out of Puerto Rico because you can get to the ports faster. If you have any questions or comments, or want to know any links to where I went, the vendors that I used, what I paid, send me a link below and I can tell you. If you don't ask, you won't know. Have a good day. Bye.